All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to the Roval. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. Oh, the high-octane racing league Buschwackers Xfinity Series hits the Charlotte Roval. Or is it going to be the Roval hitting them? It's race number 8 of the season, and it's 45 laps of twisting and turning. It's turn left and it's turn right tonight here at the Charlotte Roval. Who's got what it takes to tame the Roval? There's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, it's twisted and turning left and right tonight here in 45 laps at the Charlotte Roval. It's race number 8 of the season. Let's get this party started. All right, thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you being here tonight. And we got the Charlotte Roval in store for you. Race number 8 of the season. I'm your host, Heath Johnson. And this is going to be an interesting track, man. Surely is. Round number 8, of course, and we haven't been here before, so it's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out for these guys. Could be a big one in the points battle. Got about just under 13 minutes left in the practice session. These guys are getting things dialed in. Take a look at the schedule here. This is race number 8. It's race number 8 of the season. Actually, we have 2 races at Daytona there on February the 7th. So race number 8, technically. Next week will be at Phoenix Raceway. We've got 45 laps here to tame the road course here at Charlotte. Second time we've been to Charlotte, but we're doing the infield this time. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server for your race league, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That is EliteHostingUSA.com, and that provides our servers here at High Octane Racing League. Don't forget to join us over at HighOctaneRacing.net. Quick link to our Discord server where we do most of our league business, but you get updates of point standings, who's winning what, all that jazz there on our website. So help us out by clicking on the Discord server and head on over there, man. Like to have new racers. I think we're looking at somewhere about almost 450 members. High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder will be right here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. 45 laps there in the Cup Series, race number 8 of that season. And I get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, and mix it up in the Saturday Night Thunder. It'll be at Charlotte Roval tomorrow night. This series has been going on for 24 years now. Tough Trucks will be at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for race number 9 of the season. Just 2 races to go and a very tight points battle in that series. That's coming up on Wednesday, the 5th of March at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 100 laps from Vegas. About 8 minutes left to go in the practice session. Let's take a look at the track here at, and I don't know, Jeff, I'll be honest with you. I don't know. All I know is this is a conversion track that we're using, so it is what it is. Take a look at the track here at Charlotte Roval. 3.32 miles, 3.73 kilometers, 17 turns. And it's going to be a fun one, man. Lost, twist, and turn there. The 2 chicanes are huge, man. Really are. So it's going to be an interesting battle here tonight at the Charlotte Roval. Again, the first time these drivers have hit this Roval. So it'll be interesting to see how these who rises up to the top. Right now, Alvarez and Vieira at the top of the grid. So I would guess that they're going to be there all night long. Thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't done so, and smash that bell. Look at that, man. We got 3 subscribers since last week. How about that, man? I feel like Aerosmith. Did I say that last week? I think I did. No, thank you so much. I really appreciate all the people who come out and watch the races, whether it be live or on replay. Just more and more people coming out. Share the videos with all your friends. Also, if you'd like to support me, you can click on the links in the description of the race over to the my PayPal link, also the SimLab web link as well. I'm an affiliate through them. If you're interested in purchasing something through SimLab, please use my link. I would appreciate that. And again, I really appreciate each and every person who comes out and watches the races and supports the channel. Have a lot of fun doing this. Just do it occasionally, once a week, I guess. Sometimes twice a week. Always appreciated when I, long time ago, obviously I still race here at High Octane Racing, but a long time ago, some of our race buddies there broadcast races and so forth, and I thought it was the coolest thing. And I decided, hey, I'm going to try to give this a shot down the road. Just so we can have some races out there for the guys to be able to go back and watch years and years later. So all those are on YouTube. I got 500 videos or so forth on YouTube. So it's been amazing. Get about 5 minutes left to go in the practice session. Take a look at our side-by-side. Make sure that's working. I think it is. Take a look at Franco Alvarez at right side screen. Dennis Schudinger joining us there in that Toyota, number 47. Got the bull out tonight. We got get the people the horns, baby. So 4 minutes left in the practice session before we head on over to qualifications. Dana Grover, the 89 Toyota Trax VR sponsor machine. Well, I tell you what, that road program, that road racing program has really improved for Dana Grover. So keep your eyes on the 89 car here tonight. On board here with that Dana Grover as he follows the 77 car to the infield portion of the track. That hard right-hander, that second right-hander there is a tough one because it's uphill and it's deceiving at how tight that is. You're going to stay on that inside. Be careful coming off here, staying out of the wall. Head a lot of speed here into this first chicane. See that logo right there on the wall. It's about the time you want to get out of the throttle here, and hard left and right. And back to left. Again, one of those things where you don't want to carry too much speed because you're dripped up there toward the wall. And then this is the tight one right here too, because it comes up on you in a hurry coming off turn 4. And then right there, you got to miss that. Can't miss that one, man. You got to get back in over to the right. You're going to get cut track. About a minute and a half before we go to quals. Thanks for watching the race here tonight on YouTube, on the TurnLeftTV channel. Michelle Bruno in here cheering on, let's see, I would suspect the, let's see, Dana Grover car? We're having a little fun here at the Charlotte Roval tonight. Take a look at the 84 of Eugene Fedorov. He said it's a holiday there today. Where he's at. He lives in Russia. One of our great buddies here too, man. Eugene and I talk quite a bit on Discord. Punk rock drummer. Great guy too, man. Really one of our best buddies here at High Octane Racing League. So getting ready to head over to the qualification session, and best of luck to the 84 and all the drivers. So don't forget, race 8 here tonight, so hang out with us for a little while. This is going to get interesting. Race number 8 tonight, and we're at the Charlotte Roval. I don't think qualifying position is going to be super important here. It's going to be much more important with the way you manage the track. So we'll take a little bit for the session to flip over. Preston Hassel joining us in the chat as well. Hopefully he's feeling a little bit better. Getting some rest. So it looks like they are headed over to quals. Take a look at Franco Alvarez, 83. Franco definitely wants to start this car up front. He is fast. He's been fast from the start here at practice. And I would suspect this guy's going to get a pretty good qualification position. Franco Alvarez in the 83. Up onto the oval portion of the track. Going to hit this first chicane. Important to really knock these chicanes out, man. Don't get into too much trouble. Coming out of that chicane also pretty tight there. Easy to get up into the outside wall. And then this one comes up fast. Coming off turn 4. What is the... Oh, man. He missed that corner right there. That was odd. Got the car slowed down in a hurry. Now, oh, wow, you see way up against the wall. Franco Alvarez now in his timed lap. Gotten those tires warmed up and ready to hit it way wide there. Right here, this is a tough one, man. This is a tough right-hander, and he did a great job of getting around that second half of that. I guess that'd be 2 right-handers there. That's second of the 2. Back up onto the oval portion of the track. Working around the outside wall. Coming off turn 2. The oval turn 2. Into the chicane. Hard braking. Might have made some contact with the wall. Hard braking into the chicane. This is the portion right here, man. This thing comes up on you as soon as you get that pit exit or pit entrance. This comes up on you in a hurry. And then flirting around the outside right there. So 117.462 for Franco Alvarez in that first lap. Let's take a look at Archer Vieira. Shooting for a 117.462. Vieira, you know he's going to be fast as well. 118.923. A little work to do for Vieira. Eugene Fedorov. 117.462 is the time to beat. Gordon Carter up to P2. Vieira is third. Fedorov now in the 4th position. Take a look at Fedorov in his second lap. We got to keep playing that song over and over again. Here, let's find something else. Who's the DJ? Frank Marazon up to P2. Fast lap for the 60. Look at this, Eugene Fedorov. Let's see if he can't put his car in the top one or two, top two drivers maybe. P1, P2. Let's see how the 84 car does. One more chicane to deal with. Hard on the brakes. He's got both chicanes to deal with. This is a tough one, man. This is a harder chicane because the back half of this is really tight, and Fedorov does a great job keeping it out of the wall. 121.961 for Eugene Fedorov. Look at Wesley Dean here in the 8 car. Salt Life sponsored Ford Mustang. Right now, Wesley Dean showed 5th on the grid. A lot of racing experience here. One of our newer drivers, but he's got a lot of racing experience. And you can tell. Taking a little while to get used to these cars, but starting to get better each and every week. Alvarez and Marizan are the top 2. Wesley Dean trying to crack into that top 5. Wesley Dean. 121.281 for him. A little work to do for Wesley Dean. Take a look at Eugene Fedorov. Uvaldo Spindola. Oh, Spindola off the track. Oh, hard lick there for Spindola. Not sure what happened there to him. Take a look at Dennis Yudichin here in the 47 car. Franco Alvarez the top time. Yudichin trying to finish up this qual to move up the grid. A little bit slow through that chicane. He's taking it easy there. So he just wants to get a decent starting position. That first sector was a little bit slow, about 2 seconds off in that first sector. Now he's really pushing it here in the last chicane. And a 126.627. So it looks like quals have ended here, and we'll give you the official results here in just a moment. Again, thank you so much for joining me here on Turn Left TV. Let's get this party started.
TurnLeftTV. TurnLeftTV.
To your butts, cause this is gonna be a great show. Heath Johnson saying all you need to know. We got fast cars racing, hopefully you're pacing. Are you ready for some high-speed action? Step on the gas, alright. Race fans, my heavens, my heavens. Buschwackers! Saturday night! Thunder! Tough trucks! Nascar! IndyCar! GT3!
All right, I think we're back. Thanks for hanging out with us here on TurnLeftTV, and it looks like qualifications have ended. We're going to give you the results. These guys are now in the warm-up session. If you're just joining us, I am your host, Heath Johnson, and we are broadcasting here on TurnLeftTV, the High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Xfinity Series tonight. Race number 8, and it's 45 laps here at the Charlotte Roval. We have just finished qualifications. So let's take a look at the results. Franco Alvarez in the 83 will start in P1. Look at all those Chevys, huh? Craig Bearzon starts in the second position. Gordon Carter will start third. Arthur Vieta starts in the fourth position. Dana Grover, the top Toyota, starts in P5. Wesley Dean, the top Ford in the 8 car, will start in the 6th position. Eugene Fedorov starts 7th. Rory Cameron Martin in the 77 starts in the 8th position. Dennis Udishin will start 9th. Zavaldo Spindola starts in the 10th position. Starting at P11 will be Rizky Novar. Good to see our Indonesian driver out here tonight. Tony Furtado in the 9 will start in P12. And Sean Jacobs starts in the 13th position. I think Chris Harvey will start in P14. Did not qualify. Does it look like? These guys are about 7.5 minutes left to go in the warm-up session. And that gives us a chance to take a look at the point standings coming into tonight's race. Arthur Vieta in a 50-point lead over Franco Alvarez. Ed Colombo, not here tonight, taking a little bit of a hit in points. Sits in the 3rd position. Sean Jacobs fourth. Gordon Carter is 5th in points. You see Dennis Udishin. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is 6th and 7th. Zavaldo Spindola is 8th. Dana Grover 9th, and Wesley Dean is 10th in points. Page number 2, led by Craig Bearzon. Tony Furtado is 12th. Preston Hassel 13th. Jesus Iglesias sits 14th in points. Chris Harvey 15th. Just behind him is Jelson Neto. Rory Cameron Martin is the 17th. Eugene Fedorov 18th. Chris Hughes 19th. And Andrew Smith is in P20. And we'll take a look at page number 3. Steve Pierce, Richie Domar, Randy Merrick, and Matthias Gonzalez. About 6 minutes left to go in the warm-up session. Going to be a fun one here tonight. At least for me, I'm in the broadcast booth. Some of these guys are having a panic attack over this track. It'll be okay, boys. It'll be okay. Don't forget to support Claudio Bardelli Jr., one of our great racing buddies here at High Octane Racing League, by visiting his Sober Tom Podcast YouTube channel. Talks all things music, so if you're interested in music, play music, love music, listen to music, check out Sober Tom Podcast. Well, I didn't show you my keys to the race, but it's pretty easy to tell what those might be. Race the track. Make sure you dominate those chicanes as well. Throttle control, especially through the chicanes. Braking as well, very important when you're coming up into those chicanes. And also through the infield portion of the track. And you got to make a good pit stop here too, man. You're not going to have full course cautions tonight, so local cautions only. But if you don't have good pit stops, you are in big trouble at this track. Those are my keys to the race here at the Charlotte Roval. And don't forget, next week we will be at Phoenix. 120 lap race heading our way on that great 1 mile. I call it a 5-turn oval. Really, I mean, that dog leg is really significant there on the backstretch. So 120 lap race, always a fun one from Phoenix. You want to tune in. That's coming up next week right here live on TurnLeftTV. Did I get my pick in here tonight? Well, boy, I'll tell you what. So my pick tonight, I think, going with the old timer here. I'm going with the old timer on the pick to win this race tonight, and that is Gordon Carter, right there in that 56 high place moving sponsor machine. So that's who I'm picking to win this race tonight. He's been out here to practice. He likes this track. He's got a good attitude toward the track as well. So keep your eyes open for the 56. High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be at Vegas coming up next week. Race number 9, just 2 races to go in that season. And we're going to tighten points battle there as well. We've had some great races. 100-lap race coming up from Vegas on March the 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, always healthy here to look at this track tonight, man. Very interesting track here, located in Concord, North Carolina. It is the Charlotte Roval, and it's going to be a fun one. 3.32 miles, 3.73 kilometers, and a very interesting and challenging track facing these guys tonight. And we are almost finished with our warm-up session. We'll step on the gas. Just about 30 seconds left to go in the warm-up session, and I think we're about ready to rock and roll, boys and girls. This is the Charlotte Roval. It'll be our first time being here. First visit to the Charlotte Roval in the Buschwackers Xfinity Series, and I'm excited about this one. This is going to be a fun one, man. Some guys are going to come out of here hurt, and some of them are going to come out of here happy, that's for sure. I don't think there's going to be an in-between at this one. So we are finished with the warm-up session. Get this started, baby. I am ready to rock and roll. All right, here we go, baby. Here we go.
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Alrighty, it's the Charlotte Roval tonight, and we are getting this party going. Let's take a look at the starting order here at the Roval. Starting in P1 is Franco Alvarez. Starting in the second position, Marizan. Gordon Carter starts in third. Arthur Vieta starts in the fourth position. Dana Grover starts in P5. Wesley Dean starts in the sixth position. Eugene Fedorov starts seventh. And Rory Martin will start in P8. Starting in the ninth position will be Dennis Eudergen in the 47. Givaldo Spindola starts in 10th. Chris Harvey starts in the 11th position. Ritsky Novar starts in P12 in the 10 car. Starting in 11th will be Tony Furtado as 13th, and Sean Jacobs starts in P14. Don't forget my keys to the race here tonight, man. Race the track. You're going to be sorry if you don't race the track. Make sure you manage the chicane. I mean, dominate the chicane. Both chicanes. Throttle control here, especially through the infield and through the chicanes, and make sure you got your Johnny on the spot there as far as braking, and make good pit stops, and you should be okay here at Charlotte. So these guys are going to do a single file start here, try to limit the problems on the start, especially at this track, being the first time these guys have been here. It's really challenging as well because you got to go through the chicanes under the pace lap, and too wide there, not advised. And of course that last chicane is just before the start finish line, so we decided to single file this start. Franco Alvarez will lead the field to take the green flag. So Franco Alvarez in the 83, followed by Craig Barazon. Gordon Carter starts in third, Vieta fourth. So 4 Chevys up front. Dana Grover, the top Toyota, starts in P5. Wesley Dean starts 6. Eugene Fedorov, Rory Cameron Martin, Dennis Shuichin, and Givaldo Spindola rounding out the top 10. Race car coming off. Here we go. Here we go. Alvarez controls the start.
Green flag, green flag.
And we're off here at the Roval. Alvarez into turn 1. Eugene Fedorov, it looks like Utichin off the track. A little trouble there for him on the start. Alvarez out front where he wants to be. We'll take a look at Craig Barazon running in the second position in the 60. Double right-hander there at the top of the crest of that hill. That is a tough one. Easy to get off in the grass there. He navigates that with no problems down through the infield of the track, back up on the outside, the oval portion of the track. Gordon Carter following just behind in the 56 car. Carter down the backstretch, braking into the first chicane. Hard on the brakes, maybe locked him up a little bit through the chicane. Closing a gap. Vieta there closing in as well. Artie Vieta running in P4. NASCAR BR sponsored Camaro. Our friends over there at NASCAR BR, we've done some racing there as a league too. High Octane Racing League, been represented over there a few times. So Vieta now running in the 4th position. Dana Grover is 5th. Take a look here. Rory Martin and Chris Harvey battling it out. Chris Harvey to the inside. Whoa! He dives underneath. Rory Martin. Chris Harvey, a little bit of a gutsy move there. Gets the position. Sean Jacobs to get around Tony Furtado hard into turn 1. Jacobs goes under the 9 car. That might have been a little bit more of a wave by. The 9 car going to let the 24 go. Eugene Fedorov and Chris Harvey. Harvey diving in. Gets into the inside wall, and Fedorov gets that position back. Back here and look at it out of the front. Watch this. He's going to see a whole lot of that 2 car. Does a great job keeping that car pointed in the right direction as Harvey getting it caught back up. Wow. Chris Harvey had a challenge there, didn't he? Report here, look at that. Woo, boy. Into the inside wall. Ritzky Novar getting around looks like Givaldo Spindle on the inside portion of the track as the 10 car going to get by. But Givaldo's had some trouble. We're back up as now Novar in the 10th position. Rory Cameron Martin and he gets into the back of the 77. Rory Cameron Martin got into the back of the 77. Overdrives it, gets into the wall again. And right there, off the track there. Boy, he is really driving the snot out of that car. There might be some fisticuffs going up between the 77 and the 2. More contact. Ritzky Novar says, I see ya. I don't want to be ya. And he's going to try to get around. Wow. Right now, Chris Harvey driving the wheels off this thing, and he is going to regret that, I think, in the long run. He's already been into the wall. Take a look at this attempted pass here. He got into the back of the 77 car. Tried to dive underneath him here. This is the second time he tried to dive underneath. Misses that. Actually scrapes the front into the wall right there. And wow. Take a look at Art Vieta and Gordon Carter. Vieta tried to get around Carter here. Vieta concentrating. He's approaching the chicane. So he gets around Gordon Carter. And oh, got to be really careful there. Looks like Chris Harvey might have had some trouble. Well, he has got some damage on that machine, and he's had some trouble here. I think he's going to have trouble here through the chicane, coming out of the chicane, and hard lick there for the two. Hard lick there for him, and I think he's retired his car, but he had some trouble coming out. A little bit too much juice coming off that chicane, and then hits the inside wall. We'll go back to live here as Franco Alvarez is the leader. Craig Marizon second, Art Vieta third, Gordon Carter is fourth, and Wesley Dean running in the fifth position. Dennis Yudichyn has had some trouble as well. Looks like he might be off the pace. Take a look and see what happened here to Dennis Yudichyn. Some word that he may have had some trouble here in the 47 car. So Dennis Yudichyn pulling the car down to the inside. It looks like he might be just driving down pit lane. So he may have had some trouble here. Got off track a couple times. He got into the outside wall there. More contact. He might have some suspension damage. That's what the deal was, I think. He decided to retire his machine. Franco Alvarez picking him up and putting him down. 11-second lead. And, oh, a little scrape of the outside wall coming off the chicane. And that's easy to do. Craig Marizon running into second position. He was pretty good right off the bat here at this track. This guy knows how to get out on the track, adjust his racing style, whatever that may be. May not be able to get out through the week to practice, but Craig Marizon in the 60. Doing really well here in his first shot at the Charlotte Roval, going through the chicane. Some of those guys are having some issues. A little bit right there. Rinsky Novar saving it, keeping it out of the wall, but into the painted area. Red, white, and blue on that number 10 car now. Let's take a look at Gordon Carter, my pick to win this race. Right now running in the fourth position. Still going to have some pit stops here tonight. The 56 high place moving spots machine is in P4. Take a look at Rory Martin. Martin into the chicane there. A little bit shallow on that exit. A little bit shallow there on that exit there, so he's going to have to clean that up, I think. So it looks like Franco Alvarez in control. About 13-second lead for him. We knew he'd be pretty good here. On board here as he goes through the chicane. The last chicane. Good solid transition through there. Rinsky Novar now trying to get that spot back. He got off track earlier. And it looks like the 9 is going to give him a lot of room. So the 9 back to the 11th position. It's Rinsky Novar picking up P10. Eugene Fedorov and Dana Grover. Dana Grover on the outside as he's way off the track there as the 84 gets by. Grover overran that corner. We'll go back here and take a look. He was off really, really wide. You see him. And you see him getting it back out onto the track, but tough break there for Dana Grover, but it could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. Rory Martin here to 77, running in the 8th position. A good top 10 run here for Rory Martin, that Dirty Mo number 77 Chevy Camaro. So good run here for him. Ubaldo Spindola having a tough night here, but he is in the top 10, so got to give kudos to him. He's slugging it out here to a 68 car. Had a little challenge early, but seems to have gotten that straightened back out and shows himself in the top 10, running in the 9th position. Number 68 car. Alvarez a little bit on that outside there, so fair game there. I think it's just some of the corners. It's a little tight there on wiggle room on whether you cut the track or not. Alvarez back up onto the outside portion of the track, the oval portion of the track on board here with him. Kind of get an idea of what it's like to get through these chicanes. I like to slow down right about this label right here. Get this shallow. Set yourself up for corner exit here. This is really important. And keep yourself out of the outside wall. And this is a tougher one. After pit exits, or pit entrance, you're going to see this second chicane come up in a hurry. There's pit entrance right there, and there's the chicane. Again, shallow here. Hard left, staying out of the wall. Right there for the 83 car. Perfect transition. Maybe a little bit squirrely there coming out of the corner. Coming out of the chicane. Let's take a look at Sean Jacobs as the race leader closing in. Sean Jacobs going to let him go. Jacobs did say he felt very confident tonight at this track. So tough going here for Sean Jacobs. Just hoping to get a good points night. Take a look at Tony Furtado here running in the 9 in the Chevy. Kicking off those laps as he is running in the 11th position, trying to close in, but Franco Alvarez now going to get by and put him a lap down. So Alvarez tucking in as Tony Furtado, oh boy, he missed that corner. Maybe he's starting to look at the back end of that car, and I think I would have tried to mimic what he was doing. A little bit of an adjustment in concentration. And it's tough to stay focused at this track, man. You've got to be focused every second, every turn, every straight. You cannot lose your focus. Right there, boy, he had a tough exit on that one, too. And gets it back out on the track. Pointed in the right direction. Alvarez continuing to, he run a little bit wide there in that corner. Sean Jacobs closing in on Tony Furtado, so the 24 looking to get around, and he gets around the 9. I think that was more of a wave by a couple of Camaros there working together. So I heard some communication on the radio of Furtado saying, just go ahead and get by me here, and gave him the left side. Sean Jacobs now in P11. Tony Furtado back to the 12th position. 2 cars out of the race, Dennis Uderson and Chris Harvey. Chris Harvey really drove that car hard there early in the the first few laps and got into the wall several times. That car was beyond repair, I believe. Pit crew said, pull that car into pit lane and let's call it a night. Take a look at Dana Grover running in the 7th position. He is our top Toyota in the field here in P7. Good top 10 run here for him. The 89 racing from the Trax VR facility, and I believe that is in the Calgary area. And I believe Trax VR has a lot of facilities around Canada, and I believe even some in the United States. I may be wrong about that, but I know Calgary area is where the 89 car is. Got a big following there. These guys watch him race. Boy, I'd be nervous. I would be super nervous. I'm nervous now broadcasting, knowing they're watching. Hit that thumbs up button if it's the Trax VR facility. Plug them a little bit. I know there's some more sim racers in that Calgary area. You're just looking to get some stock car racing in. Look at this. Archer Vieta, Craig Marizon starting a battle. This is for position. We got a lap car in the way. That's Sean Jacobs. This is getting interesting. Archer Vieta trying to get around Marizon, and he does. Wow. How about that? That's some racing right there, baby. As Jacobs couldn't get out of the way fast enough. Let's take a look at that again. As Archer Vieta closing in on Marizon. Marizon swings wide. Vieta now behind Sean Jacobs. Going to kind of go to the outside. Crosses over right there. Crosses over. What a gutsy move by the Brazilian. Wow. So good racing here between Archer Vieta, who's now in P2, and Craig Marizon, one of our Michigan drivers. We go back to the live as we take a look at Archer Vieta expanding or improving that gap there over Dana Grover. Now Grover looks like he might have had some trouble. BK dropping the thumbs up. Let's go Fireball. Good to see BK out here tonight as well. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. And something's happened to Dana Grover. It looks like Fedorov might have gotten around him. Dana Grover now back to the 7th position. Is Fedorov up there as well? Fedorov running in P6 in the 84 car. Like we got a couple cars on pit lane. Rory Martin and Givaldo Spindola on pit lane. We take a look at our race leader, and it does look like Rory Martin taking some service. It's Franco Alvarez, so this is lap 13. Franco Alvarez, our leader. And Rory Martin on pit lane for a long time. Waldo Spindle on there as well. Maybe some damage to get fixed on that 77 car. We know that the two got into the 77 a little bit earlier. And that pit crew working on that car for a while. Let's take a look and see if he's getting his drink. Hands are on the wheel. He's ready to go. I don't see the engine running on that thing, so he might be taking a bathroom break. Either that or they're putting a new engine in that thing as Franco Alvarez getting by the 9. Givaldo Spindola on pit lane for a long time too, so looks like he has finished up his pit stop. He's coming back out on track. Rory Martin on pit lane, and it's been a while for him. So you see Givaldo Spindola now coming back out. And this is kind of a challenging area of the track too, because you see Franco Alvarez almost getting to the wall. Challenging right there because you got guys coming around and potentially getting into you. So announcing that pit exit helps those guys that are out there on the track. And Givaldo, no harm, no foul there for him. We'll be at Charlotte tomorrow night in the Cup Series. That starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 45 laps with the big boys. I get out of the broadcast booth. Am I actually going to get in the driver's seat at Charlotte? My heavens, man. That's coming up tomorrow, 8 p.m. If you'd like to join us, there's the QR code. Saturday Night Thunder banner. Right now, Franco Alvarez starting to run into some lap traffic. 77 getting off the track a little bit as Franco Alvarez getting by. Getting by Raven Puff. Ritsky Novar in the 8th position. Ritsky Novar in P8 as Franco Alvarez getting by. Now Ritsky Novar is 1 lap down in P8. 15 laps in. Take a look at Franco Alvarez as he just made that pass on Ritsky Novar. Alvarez, our leader. Big lead there for him. Came out through the week, got a lot of practice in. So Artur Vieta second, Craig Marizon third, Gordon Carter fourth. Wesley Dean is in P5. Track Day Media. Good to see Track Day Media out here. Both Track Day Media and BK. Hammer as well. You can see Hammer out there as well. Those guys all cheer. But I tell you what, Dana Grover has got a squad, doesn't he? They call those guys the squad. Trax VR squad. How about that, man? They need some shirts like that. Trax VR squad. Give me a little bit of the proceeds for that one. That's my idea. The Trax VR squad. Those guys could all wear their shirts on Friday night to cheer Dana on, and that'd be awesome. Send us a picture, man. We'd like to put it out on TurnLeftTV. Gordon Carter up to P2. And that 56 car, another one of our great Canadian drivers, man. You see, look like Marizon and Vieta both on pit lane, so that explains the P2. Because Vieta, I believe, was running in P2. It looks like Vieta on pit lane now, finishing up his pit stop as we're taking a look at Gordon Carter. Look at that battle there. Marizon and Vieta come out on top of each other right now. Marizon inches ahead of him. Archer Vieta in P5 now as Marizon trying to get around Wesley Dean. Take a look at Wesley Dean here. He's having a pretty good night, man. Really is. Racing in the 3rd position. That Salt Life sponsor machine. Here on lap 17, finds himself in P3. We take a look at Archer Vieta in P5 in the 4 car. Alvarez is on pit lane, so our race leader making a pit stop. He had a big lead, man. As I think maybe Gordon Carter, is he going to be able to get around? Oh, no, he's not. But, oh, man, that was almost a collision there between the 89 and the 83. Did you see that? Wow. Nico Alvarez had returned back onto the track, and he's had some trouble. Dana Grover couldn't get out of the way fast enough, I don't think. He was trying. And Alvarez clears Dana Grover. Wow, that was interesting. See if we can get another look at that. Take a look at Franco Alvarez. This is him coming down pit lane. Go a little bit earlier, a little bit later here. Alvarez finishing up or coming back out. And then look at this, man. He's trying to get around the 89. And that got a little interesting. Let me go back here and look at this a little bit later. Right there, he comes up behind the 89, who is not really wanting to go a lap down, but he's giving the 83 a lot of room. And the 83 had to get into that corner a little wild. And there was some communication there, some positive communication between the two of those guys. Realize that not on purpose. Pit crew too busy watching the stream. That's right. 83 and the 84 side by side there, as it looks like Fedorov goes a lap down. The 84 car, Offspring sponsored smash. Oh, what's he got on the quarter panel of that car? 84 indicated he's going to be coming down pit lane. Let's see what it's like to make a pit stop here at this road course. He's going to have to come through this chicane. He's going to pit before the second chicane. Now running into sixth position. Good run here for Eugene Fedorov. Fedorov now going to come down pit lane as we're on board here with him. Off the track, playing it really, really conservatively as well. Got to get it slowed down to 50 miles per hour. And Fedorov now on pit lane. Take a look at Wesley Dean running in the fifth position. One lap down. So good run here for that Salt Life sponsored Ford Mustang, running in P8. Said just before race that his steering did not feel like it was set up properly for this track, so he had some concerns, but kind of too late once they started populating the grid. And he's got what he's got, but it's not too bad. Again, running in the fifth position in that Ford. And he is the top Ford in the field. Ritsky Novar claiming a position as Fedorov on pit lane. Or was on pit lane, as now Ritsky Novar climbing up to the seventh position. Take a look at Tony Furtado. He's running in the ninth spot, looking for a top 10 run here tonight. He did not get much practice in through the wake, and he felt really concerned about his ability to be able to get around this track. But look, you got a top 10 run right now. You are running in the ninth position, so, and the next guy behind you is 2 laps down. So I don't think I'd be sneezing too much at a ninth place position here if not getting into practice at this track. Well, maybe a decent points night here for Tony Furtado in the ninth. Sean Jacobs running in the 10th position. He is 2 laps down in the 24, running in P10. Get a good top 10 run there for him. I know he's not happy with this, but he might be happy with a top 10 here at this track. We got a battle here for the for position, and that's the 4 and the 60. Wow, the 60 having a little trouble getting into that corner, and the 4 gets by. Boy, the 60 got on the brakes, and the back end came around. He was lucky he caught that. Wow, we'll take a look at this again. Watch the 60. Just, I don't know if he got hit. I don't think he did. He just got into the corner a little awkward. Whoa! Vieira was lucky to have missed him. Go on board here with Vieira. Watch this. He's going to see a squiggle and a lot of the 60 car. And there might have been some contact. I don't know, it looked like it from that perspective. Board here with Marizon. Watch this. Wiggly. Little wiggly. Might not have been any contact. That was interesting. Ritsky Novar and Dana Grover. Ritsky Novar, a couple Toyotas. Dana Grover in the 89 Toyota on the outside line. There's Ritsky Novar in the 10, getting around Dana Grover. So a couple Toyotas duking it out. On board here, looking out of the back of Ritsky Novar's machine at Dana Grover. So a little bit better shift through the chicane for Novar. Eugene Fedorov in the 84. going into turn one. Almost comes around, holds on to it. Holy Toledo. Man, we'll take a look at this again. He got into turn one pretty hard. And the back end wanted to come around on him. Look at that. Catching that thing. Woo-wee. My heavens. Tony Furtado in the 9. Got wide. Whoa, man. More contact into the outside wall. Oh, there's a hood's missing on that thing. And he has got some big-time damage in that 9 car. We're seeing the engine. Take a look at this again. Furtado is going to get into this corner a little bit too fast. Overruns the corner. Gets into the outside wall. Oh, that's a hard lick right there. And that second one did him in. I think it removed the hood. And you see coming off the corner, that thing is boogered up. Tony Furtado in the 9. Big time damage there for the 9 car. Big time damage. And we're going to take a look at him. I think he's on pit lane. He is taking service. Tony Furtado on pit lane. Big time hit for him. He's going to be there a bit, I believe. He's going to lose some positions as Jacobs has gotten around. Rory Martin has got around. So Furtado now shown in the 11th position. That crew working on that car. Franco Alvarez, the leader. Archivieta is in the 2nd position. Take a look at Archivieta running in P2. He and Craig Marizon had a pretty good battle. Now about 3.5 seconds separate the two of those guys. Marizon might have hurt his tires somewhat in that battle with the 4 car. Kind of missed turn 1. Had to catch it. Did a great job of catching it, but Vieta got gotten by. And now Marizon, you see Tony Furtado now finishing up. He's got a new hood on that car. That's good news. On board here with him. So Tony Furtado now rejoining the race, shown in the 12th position. Take a look at Craig Marizon in the 60. He is having some trouble there through the corner. I think his tires are not what he'd like to be dealing with. Take a look at that battle there between Vieta and Marizon. About 6 seconds separate those guys. Where Marizon had really driven that car pretty hard through this run, this tire run. Now paying the price as he is now about 7 seconds down to the 4 car. See the car just sliding around quite a bit. You know those tires are not feeling too hot for him. We're past halfway in this race. And he's got another pit stop, I think, pretty soon. See Wesley Dean now closing in on Ritzky Novar. Novar way up the track. Novar hard lick. Big time damage for Ritzky Novar. Big time damage for Ritzky Novar. I don't know what happened there. That was a hard lick. Let's take a look here. Ritzky Novar, this is a little bit earlier. He gets around Wesley Dean for position. So he's got that position. But he is going to have some trouble here in the 10. Coming off the infield into the turn, all right there. And he is going to hit hard. And he's on pit lane here as we're just going looking at a replay. So he's okay here through the chicane. Maybe misses that just a little bit, comes out a little wide, trying to carry some speed. And it's okay there. He is going to get into the wall, and I think maybe it must be this chicane here where he hits the wall. So we're going to see a lot of damage to the Raven Puff sponsor machine. And he's going to call me a liar there. I saw him damaged, so he got it somewhere. Oh, there, look at that, man. That infield portion, he hit something. He's something fierce there. I don't know. Oh, right there, he hit the hit that wall. Hit the wall here. Man, just blew that car apart. Not a very good view of that. Not a very good view of that. Wesley Dean did have a view. But, man, Raven Puff off the pace. That is a boogered up race car. Look at that. He lost all of that car. We go back to live here to show Raven Puff on the, man, that car is absolutely destroyed. Look at that. I don't know if I've seen one that torn up before. So he's running. I think he's going to overheat, but we got to get a look at this bad boy. God, I hate this game. I hate this game, man. Look at that. I mean, that is... Ah, God, can they fix that car? I see springs. I don't see much of a right side suspension and front suspension. That thing is just absolutely destroyed. As Franco Alvarez, our leader... Holy smokes. That car is beat up. I'm not sure if they can fix that machine. Novar commenting that bit of the wall slightly pops out. Look at that. Alvarez missed the corner. Alvarez missed the corner there. Raven Puff on the pit lane as Franco Alvarez, the leader. Archer Vieta is in second. He's opened up about a 12-second gap on Marizon after getting around him. So Vieta running in P2. Here on lap 28. A lot of laps to go. It looks like that car is smoking too, so I don't know. He's still got it on, but it looked like there might have been some smoke coming up out of that car. Raven puffing away. Sorry, that's a bad joke. Archer Vieta, the leader. Or excuse me, in second. Franco Alvarez, the leader. Take a look at Craig Marizon. He's running into the third position. Good run here for him. Had a battle with Vieta earlier, I should say, and now finds himself back to P3. Gordon Carter in the fourth position. Good top five run here for Gordon Carter. As the high place moving sponsor machine, that Chevy is in P4. Helped work on a setup for this track. Did a little bit of his, a little bit of mine, and here we are. So blame me, blame him, or thank me, thank him. How about that? And looks like Britsky Novar has retired his machine, so a tough break there for Novar. Wesley Dean, good top five run. Running in P5, so the Salt Life sponsor machine maybe hoping to pick up another position by closing in on Gordon Carter. But a little ways there before Gordon Carter, about a minute or so behind. Dana Rover running in the sixth position in the Toyota, the 89 Trax VR sponsor Toyota. racing in P6. Eugene Fedorov plugging away, racing in the 7th position and at 84. Offspring sponsor machine. Sean Jacobs still holding on to that top 10. He's racing in the 8th position in the 24 Kubota sponsored Camaro. Good run for Sean Jacobs. I know he wants that top 5, but still a little bit of laps to go. You never know. These guys might have to come back down pit lane. Anything can happen. Keep in the fights. You take yourself out of the fight, you've sealed your destiny. Stay in the fight. You might capture some valuable points. Rory Cameron Martin running in the 9th position. A good top 5 run here for the 77 Dirty Mo sponsor machine. Rory Martin, one of our British drivers, I believe. Staying up late here to race with us or getting up early, one or the other. He's running in P9. Givaldo Spindola here, good top 10 run for Givaldo. One of our great Brazilian drivers. And plug it away here maybe for a top 10 finish. Franco Alvarez is our leader as he's getting around Sean Jacobs. Got around Gordon Carter as well. Gordon Carter hoping to get around Sean Jacobs. Carter in the 56, going on the bottom side and getting around the 24. A bit swirly off. Take a look at Dana Grove versus Gordon Carter at the wheel. As he's coming back out onto the track, on the oval portion of the track. Alvarez the leader. 31 laps in. Novar says he likes the raw power of the stock cars, of the American stock cars. The problem is they drive like tanks, right, compared to the, say, GT3 stuff or Indy cars or, some other type of car built for road course racing. It feels like you're driving a tank once you've been in one of those cars. And also even the LMPs, once you get on the track in those cars and you get back in this on a road course, it just feels like you're driving a battle tank. Franco Alvarez is indicating that he will be making a pit stop. Big lead here for Alvarez. Marizon is second. Craig Marizon is in the 3rd position. Carter 4th. Wesley Dean rounding out the top 5. Wesley Dean, the top Ford on the grid. As Franco Alvarez indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane this time. Franco Alvarez, one of our Argentinian drivers. He does a lot of paint schemes for us, too. Such a huge contributor to our league. As you see the 83 coming down pit lane. You got to be careful, man. It's a second timing line. Don't get caught speeding. He does a lot of paint schemes for this mod, and we really appreciate his work. All the work he does. He just loves painting the cars, and that's awesome for us. So it's the 83 making a pit stop. Arcavieta hoping to that maybe a little bit of bad luck on Alvarez's part will help him out. Take a look at Arcavieta running in the 2nd position. Franco Alvarez, the leader there, has that front pit stop. And Alvarez finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. See him now rejoining the racing service. Craig Marzon is in third in the 60 Magpul Dynamic sponsor machine. One of our Michigan drivers. Living up in Michigan. It's not too far away from Michigan International. Very storied track. Carter in the 56 is in the fourth position. Good top 5 run here for Gordon Carter. I think if I come out of here with a 4th place finish, I'm going to feel pretty happy. Guys are sort of spread out now a little bit on the track as we are here on lap 34. It'd be kind of cool if we could have a, like a caution flag, one caution flag to kind of tighten things back up. You can't really turn on full course yellows at these tracks because if somebody spins, it causes a yellow flag, and the game really doesn't deal with that very well. Wants to do full course cautions. It'd be nice if we could have one, but the threshold for actually throwing a caution flag would be pretty low, or pretty high there, I think, to limit the number of full course yellows and still be able to have a full course yellow. Kind of tighten things back up. That's the biggest complaint I have with RF2. As we see Gordon Carter here in P4. Uh-oh. Franco Alvarez has had some trouble, I believe. Franco Alvarez might have had some trouble. I don't know what happened to Franco Alvarez. The trouble for the 83, I believe. Uh-oh, he might have gotten disconnected. Alvarez, I don't know, he lost his connection or something. Oh my God. Franco Alvarez off the base. Oh, that shakes it up, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. Drama unfolding as Vieira now the race leader. You got to be kidding me. Franco Alvarez has, I believe, lost his connection. He might be able to rejoin, but he is going to be in a world of hurt. So Franco Alvarez, I think, had this thing won. And now Artur Vieira is the leader. You got to be kidding me. So Artur Vieira now shown as the race leader. Craig Marzon second, Carter third, Alvarez, who's still on pit lane, technically in the 4th position, but not hearing anything out of that crew. And he's continuing to drop positions. Oh, my heavens, man. Big, big drama. Franco Alvarez, we just look, watch this again. He's just going to disappear and end up on pit lane. Yep, right there, ends up on pit lane. So, oh my heavens. You got to be kidding me. And that is a gift for Artur Vieira. I mean, Artur Vieira has definitely been in that position before as well, so he understands. And now Vieira has a 26-second lead over Craig Marzon. Artur Vieira with 10 laps to go. looking to pull off this victory. Marizon keeps thinking, well, now maybe, just maybe, if Vieira has a little bit of trouble here in the last 10 laps, I might be able to get up there and make a run at it. So Marizon now in second, Gordon Carter in the third position. Very, very interesting. Late developments. Wesley Dean now in P4. Dana Grover is fifth. So big time developments here late in the race with Alvarez having trouble. Not a common occurrence, but he had a huge lead. And Vieira is in a little bit of traffic. See the 9, Tony Furtado slugging away. He's in the top 10. As Vieira gets by him. I think if he told Tony Furtado going into tonight, you're going to get a top 10 run, he would be perfectly happy with that. A little bit of a points night there for him, but not a track that he got a lot of practice at through the week. And a new one that he hasn't been to before, so here he is. I go to Craig Marizon. He's hoping to close in on this. Oh, Craig Marizon missing that corner. Craig Marizon coming out of the chicane. It's a little bit squirrely there. Did you see that? Craig Marizon hurting his chance to close in on Vieira. Let's take a look at this again. I think he just misses the chicane. Definitely not a huge, a really good entry into that middle part of the chicane. Really boogers it up here and almost comes around. Wow. On board here with him. He's going to be working the wheel. Look at this. Oh, wow, working that wheel. Good job. It's down. 3 laps down. That's okay, but he is in P9. And it looks like Sean Jacobs is on pit lane. Something's happened to him. He had some damage, it looks like. We'll take a look at Sean Jacobs and see what happened to the 24. Gets into the grass here. And here we are on lap 36. And Sean Jacobs ends up retiring his machine. I don't know whether he's missed a corner or what the deal is, what happened to the 24. We take a look. Oh, hard into that wall. We saw Ritsky Novar hit that earlier, and Sean Jacobs making contact, hard contact with that outside wall. And he is out of the race. We take a look at Artur Vieira, the leader. He's getting around Eugene Fedorov. Marizon is in the second position. Gordon Carter third. Wesley Dean is in the fourth position. And Dana Grover is in P5 here on lap 39. We'll take a look at Dana Grover in the 89. He's serious about every track he comes to, man. He's got a plan to win. And that racecraft has improved so much since he's joined us here at High Octane Racing League. Instead of thinking about good finishes, he's thinking about wins. Had a great battle with him a few weeks ago in the Saturday Night Thunder in the Daytona Duels. He picked up the win in the first one. I picked up the win in the second one. That was awesome. He started on the front row. He ended up winning the next week. He and I started P1, P2. I didn't have a lot of confidence in my ability to get a good start there, but he did a great job and ends up winning the Daytona race. the next week after the Duels. So this guy's racecraft, man, I tell you, has improved so much. Like I said, starting to think about wins instead of finishes, starting to think about championships as well. Smart race car driver. Take a look at Givaldo Spindler here in the 68, plugging away here on lap 40. Running in the 9th position, so a little war of attrition for some of these guys. We have Jacobs, Alvarez, Novar, Uderchin, and Harvey all out of the race. Harvey and Uderchin pretty early. Harvey was about the first 5 laps or so. So we take a look at Givaldo Spindler in the 68. Oh, he missed that chicane. But he is running in the 9th position. Tony Furtado running in P8 in the 9 car. A little bit wide in that corner with 5 laps to go. Maybe trying to pick up another spot. He is 3 laps down. Or 4 laps down. Now Vieira getting into the corner there. Now it gives him a cut track penalty right there. He did not leave the track. So that's a problem with this, is I think that the track builder is going to have to take care of. Definitely not off the track. It's going to give him a cut track penalty right there. See, I mean, it'll say he's off the track. I shouldn't say cut track penalty, but I say he's off the track, but he really isn't. Archie Vieira is our leader. Not a lot of mistakes out of the 4 car. He's had some great battles with Alvarez, great battle with Bardelli, who's not here tonight. Very surprising to Claudio Bardelli Jr. not joining us tonight. Figured he'd be out here racing at the road course, but we see some great battles there between the 4, the 83. Some great battles. Bardelli Jr. also. Sean Jacobs, Ed Palumbo, also not here tonight. Ed Palumbo not here. Great battles as well. Archie Vieira, all he's got to really do is hit his marks, and he's going to be good to go, as he's got about a 40-second lead over Craig Marazon. Gordon Carter in 3rd, Wesley Dean 4th, and Dana Grover is in the 5th position. Both those guys, 4th and 5th, are all 1 lap down. And Wesley Dean's got about a 17-second lead over Dana Grover. So if he is able to maintain a good pace, it actually looks like it's about a 19-second lead. If he's able to maintain some pace here, he's going to be able to hold on to that spot. Yeah, really all he has to do is just hit his marks. I mean, oh man, I'll tell you what, I was just about ready to say there's no sense in racing this car super hard, because you are up by 37 seconds over P2 as you see him go by. See Gordon Carter in the 56. Last car on the lead lap. But if he told him he was going to get a P3 finish here tonight, if that plays out, I think he'd be perfectly happy with that, to get him a podium finish. Marazon running in the 2nd position. Another good run here for the 60. He's got that oval course package down. He's got the road course package down. He just seems to, always be able to adjust Smart race car driver. And here he is running in the second position. A little bit of traffic here for Artur Vieira as he gets around. Take a look here as we get a little bit of a replay here. Not the traditional way that I do a replay here. Rory Martin there giving him a lot of room as Vieira now a little bit of a rhythm change as he gets into this corner. He's going to miss it just a little bit. Get into the almost into the outside. He had to really fight that. As we go back to live, didn't like to be doing that replay that way. Go back to live here with Vieira. Just 2 laps to go for Artur Vieira. Marizon second, Carter third, Dean fourth, and Grover running in P5. Alvarez got booted from the race. I don't know, he lost his connection. Maybe some engine failure or whatever the deal was. Maybe he had some damage, just decided to quit. Really pulling it down pit lane, but I think he might have lost his connection. Artur Vieira in command. Vieira was out here pretty early too. He usually comes in a little bit late in practice, but he was out here early. So maybe he felt pretty confident, or maybe the argument is he said, hey man, I got to get some laps in at this track. And I think he's been on it before, I really do. But here we are in the last lap for Artur Vieira. A little bit of lap traffic in the way, maybe. He rolls up. Probably no sense of urgency to try to get around those guys, as they're starting to get a little racy. And Vieira's going to go to the inside. Both Dana Grover and Tony Furtado are going to give him a lot of room. Good racing etiquette out of both those guys. So Artur Vieira back up onto the oval portion of the track. A couple chicanes away from a race victory here for him. He got P1 handed to him, I think. But he'll take it. Wasn't something where he had to push somebody out of the way or anything like that. Not to say that he would do that, but probably didn't like necessarily getting it this way, but he'll take it. So the 4 car for Artur Vieira coming off turn 4, just a chicane away. They're going to come out of the chicane and cross the start-finish line in P1. So Artur Vieira gets the win. Great job to Artur Vieira. We got to find his car. That was a little tough when they switch positions on the track. It doesn't like the camera doesn't like that. So there we go. Looked like Artur Vieira. Get a good picture of his car. So Artur Vieira getting a win, and what a run there for him. And I'm sure he will take it. And that's a few wins in a row for him, isn't it? Just keeps winning. Don't stop winning, he says. So Artur Vieira getting a big win here at the Charlotte Roval. Gonna burn him down, baby. Well, congratulations to Artur Vieira. What a run there for him. So Artur Vieira getting the win. Fantastic run there for Artur. Got one handed to him, I think. Definitely got one handed to him. But I think he will take it. So congratulations. All right, we get that off it. So congratulations to him. Let's take a look at the final results. So I figure out what I'm doing. People talking in my ear, baby. Let's take a look at the final results here as Arthur Vieta gets the win. Let's take a look at the win, or the final results. Arthur Vieta gets the win with some bad luck for Franco Alvarez, some good luck for Arthur Vieta. Craig Marizon finishes in second. Gordon Carter finishes in the third position, so Chevy's the top three. Top four is Wesley Dean in the 8 car. Just continue to see that 8 car climbing back up, further and further up into those standings. Dana Grover in the top Toyota finishes in P5. Eugene Fedorov is 6th. Rory Martin finishes in the 7th position. Tony Furtado finishes 8th. Giovanni Spinell in 9th. And Sean Jacobs finishes in the 10th position. Finishing in 11th is Franco Alvarez. Ritsky Novar 12th. Dennis Udich in 13th. And Chris Harvey finishes in the 14th position. And again, a great job to Arthur Vieta on getting the race win. What a fantastic run for him. Don't forget, next week we'll be at Phoenix Raceway, 120 laps in that great track, and that'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV, of course. So that'll be a fun one. But Vieta just dominant, man, really. Once Alvarez got disconnected, Vieta was out there by himself. He just had to manage some traffic, some lap traffic, and keep the car pointed in the right direction and make good pit stops. And that's exactly what he did, and he gets the win. Tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in our rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That's EliteHostingUSA.com. Thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. I appreciate you being here tonight. Don't forget that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't done so, and smash that bell. Appreciate everybody watching the races tonight. That's going to do it for me. Congratulations to Arthur Vieta on getting the win. I believe I'm out of here.